Good evening. It is Thursday, November 21st, 2024. I am Daniela Edwin. Welcome to the Hot 7 TV Nightly News. We are on Flow Channel 117, Kiss FM, the Caribbean Hot FM mobile app, and the Caribbean Hot 7 TV Facebook page. Not forgetting those of you using the Hot 7 plug and play antenna. Thank you so much for joining us. The family of Botham Jean breathes a deep sigh of contentment as they are awarded almost $100 million in a wrongful death lawsuit against Amber Geiger, the off-duty former Dallas Police Department patrol officer who murdered Jean in his apartment in 2018. In a 3-day trial, the jury concluded that Geiger used excessive force and acted recklessly when she fatally shot Jean. Here's more in this report.
On September 6, 2018, Botham Jean, a 26-year-old accountant, was shot and killed in his Dallas apartment by off-duty police officer Amber Geiger. Geiger mistakenly entered Jean's apartment, thinking it was her own, and shot him, believing he was an intruder. Jean was unarmed and eating ice cream at the time. Geiger was later convicted of murder and sentenced to 10 years in prison. On Wednesday, November 20th, after the verdict was handed down, the family spoke at a news conference emphatically applauding the statement that was made by this unprecedented verdict. The sentiments expressed as a result are that of hope for the civil rights of all, especially black people in America.
They, for 6 years, have been trying to share with the world who Botham Jean was. All the activists who chanted, "Be like Bo." All those who came to the criminal trial, all those who were with us with the civil journey against the apartment complex, all the way to this day, his sister Alyssa, who cried herself to sleep many nights, right, Reverend Barry, came to this moment to say, everybody in Dallas, everybody in Texas, everybody in America get to see the light which was Botham Jean. And even though he's not with us here today, this verdict tells us that his light still shines down on us in America and in Saint Lucia and all over the world.
Attorney Darrell Washington, part of the legal team representing Botham's family, shared his views on the case and the impact of the verdict.
First of all, the family understands and realizes that no matter what we do, it's going to bring Botham back. But I think what the jury showed everybody today is that Botham life matters. And this is what was important to the family. We've gotten to the question over and over, well, how are y'all going to collect from Amber Geiger? We got that question. That was not important. What was important was holding Amber Geiger civilly liable for what she did to Botham. I think this jury sent the message loud and clear that they are not going to tolerate police brutality. And I think that message is going to be heard not only in Dallas, not only in the state of Texas, but throughout this country. And that is important. Botham was in his house. Botham was eating ice cream and watching a football game. Botham was not committing a crime. He was not trying to harm anyone. You should be safe in your own home. And I think this jury made it very clear. Home is the place that we should feel protected. So we are very pleased. I think the family is pleased. I mean, Bo was the best of the best. And I'm going to tell you, one of the most difficult things about these cases is that we hear all these wonderful things, Crump, about Bo, but we never get a chance to meet him. That's the thing that is just so very hard and so very sad. So we are very happy that this jury has spoken, and we're going to continue to work.
Botham Jean's dad, Bertram Jean, expresses happiness at the outcome of the civil lawsuit.
Good afternoon, everyone. It is amazing. Today is a great day for us, for my family and I, I want to say thank you first to our attorneys who fought a good fight, and we finished the course. Today it is a day that I am a bit consoled. I am still heartbroken over the loss of my son. A city, Dallas, where he said he loved so dearly. However, he lost his life right in that city. But today, I think
His mom, Alison Shaw, emotes satisfaction and contentment at the justice that was served.
I just got some text messages from Botham's grandmother, and one says, "Touch not the Lord's anointed, nor do his prophets any harm." That's how my mom feels today. She said, "I'm sad, but I'm glad." The verdict today symbolizes what the jurors saw as the value that Botham brought to this world. They had to put it in monetary terms. I cannot feel it in monetary terms because I know how precious he was to me. But it sends a signal to the world that his life mattered.
Yes.
And this is the value that Botham could have brought to you in Dallas. He could have brought to us in Saint Lucia.
Yes.
So even from his family perspective, we knew that value. And I believe that value is much more. But at least you would understand what he meant to the world. Botham left our tiny island, Saint Lucia, to seek better opportunities in the United States. He came to Dallas, a city which he loved, but Dallas was unkind to him.
In the wake of the tragic shooting in Castries on November 18th, the Ministry of National Security, alongside Raise Your Voice Saint Lucia Inc., are offering counseling and emotional support to those impacted by the incident. The services, which include confidential debriefing and personalized counseling, are available to survivors, witnesses, and anyone affected by the tragedy.
The Ministry of National Security, in partnership with Raise Your Voice Saint Lucia Inc., are offering vital support to those impacted by the tragic shooting in the city of Castries, which took place on November 18, 2024. In response to the emotional, psychological, and social toll the incident has caused, the organizations are providing confidential counseling services to individuals affected directly or indirectly by the violence. Raise Your Voice Saint Lucia Inc., known for its compassionate and professional mental health services, will lead the initiative, offering emotional debriefing, personalized counseling, and referrals for further support. The services are available to survivors, witnesses, family members, and anyone in the community who has been affected by the incident. The counseling is designed to help individuals process their emotions and to provide guidance on coping with trauma. For more information or to schedule a session, individuals are encouraged to contact Raise Your Voice Saint Lucia Inc. at 285-4357. For the Hot 7 TV News, Chrissy Bakey reporting.
The 2024-2025 academic year marked a significant milestone with the introduction of the Creole language in primary schools through a pilot project launched this past September. Currently, 14 public and 1 private primary school are receiving structured Creole instruction. Feedback from all stakeholders has been overwhelmingly positive, indicating that the project has exceeded all expectations.
This academic year, the Ministry of Education has introduced a new curriculum for teaching the Creole language in primary schools across the island. As part of this pilot project, students are focusing on the oral aspects of Creole. Ms. Gianetti George, Education Officer for the Curriculum and Material Development Unit CAMDU, shares insights on the positive reception of the program so far.
So in September of this academic year, the 2024 to 2025 period, we introduced the Saint Lucian French Creole, or Creole, as we would say locally, into the the primary school level at grades K, 1 and 3. But this is a pilot project because we recently developed curriculum, and so we needed, as part of the process for curriculum development, you must test the curriculum. So this is what we are engaged in. And at this level, we are looking at developing oral competency among the students. The reception has been exceptional. It has been positive at all levels. Of course, you will get 1 or 2 persons who will not be fully on board, but generally speaking, this is something that has been anticipated for a long time, for decades, for like 40 years. We've been speaking about the inclusion of Creole into the curriculum, and now it is actually taking place. So the reception has been exceptional. The principals of the pilot schools, they are on board 100%. The students are enthusiastic, so much so. And because it's a pilot, we may not be, not all classes in a certain grade, in a certain school, the pilot school, would be involved. And as such, we even have students asking, why not my class? Why wasn't my class selected? So we have to explain to them that it's a pilot and so forth. We have teachers in the school who are interested. Sometimes they'll peek into the classroom where the Creole is being taught. If they're having a non-contact period, they want to come in and sit in. In some schools, we've had the principal approach us saying that the staff would like to learn the Creole perhaps after school. We've had persons from the diaspora reaching out to us asking how can they get a copy of the curriculum. So the reception has been very positive, and for that it has given us motivation to continue working on this project and to see the importance of it.
Still in the early stages of the pilot phase for Creole instruction, Ms. George notes that it would be rather preemptive to begin listing challenges and successes at this point. However, she has already observed several exciting developments.
For the purpose of the pilot, we are documenting and gathering data, both qualitative and quantitative data. So if after this period, we can give a full and comprehensive assessment of successes and challenges. But as we are embarking on this pilot already, we are seeing a number of successes that by far overshadowing any possible challenges. So as far as chapter 13, we've seen that in terms of the recognition of Creole as a language, we are seeing that is happening, you know, because some people think that the Creole is just something you engage in as a, like it's not a bona fide language, but as we have introduced in the curriculum, people are seeing and understand that it has a structure. Like every other language, it has an alphabet. You must develop phonetic awareness and so forth. So we are seeing that. Additionally, we are seeing that it's contributing to a more inclusive and culturally rich educational environment.
Ms. George highlights some specific areas of focus of the Creole curriculum, as well as the objectives of this academic year-long pilot.
So for this pilot, because we have levels, just like with the acquisition of any other language, usually it's your oral skills or the oral competencies that will be worked on. So with our Creole curriculum, we are focusing on the acquisition of oral skills. So for instance, we'll be looking at developing phonetic awareness. The students will learn the Creole alphabet. They will build vocabulary. You'll be surprised that there are so many words in Creole that over the years have been lost to our vocabulary. Many people, for instance, as an example, when you ask many people, how would you say, how are you? Most people say Sakashet. That's the only way you can say how you doing or what's going on or good day. Is that the only form of greeting? But there are several others. And like many other languages, you have a formal way of expressing yourself and informally. So the students will learn about both formal and informal ways of speaking. They will learn the correct pronunciation of words. Okay? So there is a lot. And the exciting thing about this curriculum is that the students will be engaging with learning experiences in a fun and interactive manner. So the use of song, the use of poetry, theater, drama, and so for all of those kinds of approaches will be used in order to impact the curriculum. So really and truly, and we are already seeing it, the students are enjoying engaging in the Creole instruction.
The education officer shares what's ahead after the pilot phase of the Creole curriculum ends and offers a word of advice to parents.
I think definitely we want to be able to move on from just the oral skills. Eventually we'll have the students reading and writing Creole. That is our ultimate goal. Also too, alongside the development of the Creole curriculum, we are also working with our valued stakeholders in developing a national language policy, which is very important. And through this policy, we'll now be able to work towards having Creole become maybe a co-official language. Let's see how we can do that nationally. But we'd like the parents or students involved in the pilot to ensure that they engage with their students, encourage them to use the Creole, and to learn alongside with them. One of the interesting things that we discovered is that there is often, I would say, what we now recognize to be a popular misconception that if you are from a rural community, that you speak more Creole in your community at home, but we found that not to be so. Because before we talk, we did the pre-instruction assessment to create a student profile for each student. And we were able to determine that there were communities where students did not speak Creole at home. They were not engaged in any form of Creole. And there are other communities where it happens. So we are saying that we want to encourage all the parents of students to encourage them to use the Creole and where possible to also learn from their children.
For the Hot 7 TV News, Chantel Stephen reporting.
Coming up next, the Saint Lucia Development Bank makes owning homes easier, and Saint Lucia's winning streak continues. All that and so much more coming up when we return.